one of the issues with social media, it's been pointed out by many people, is that I think maybe particularly Instagram, people look like they have a much better life than they really do.
Right.
So
By design.
yeah, people are posting pictures of when they're really happy. They're modifying those pictures to be better looking. Even if they're not modifying the pictures, they're at least selecting the pictures for the best lighting, the best angle. So people basically seem they're way better looking than they basically really are.
Right.
And they're way happier seeming than they really are. So if you look at everyone on Instagram, you might think, man, there are all these happy, beautiful people, and I'm not that good looking and I'm not happy. So I must suck, and that's gonna make people sad. So when in fact, those people you think are super happy, actually not that happy. Some of them are really depressed. They're very sad. Some of the happiest seeming people, actually some of the saddest people in reality. And nobody looks good all the time. Doesn't matter who you are.
No. It's not even something you should want. Why do you
Yeah.
want to look great all the time?
Yeah, exactly. So I think things like that can make people quite sad.
Well, you
just by comparison, because you just sort of people generally think of themselves relative to others. We are constantly rebaselining our expectations.
My concern is not so much what Instagram is that I didn't think that people had the need for this or the expectation for some sort of technology that allows them to constantly get love and adulation from strangers and comments and this ability to project this sort of distorted version of who you really are. But I worry about where it goes. Like, what's the next one? What's the next one?
Back when I was in high school, it started to become so in my face about the negative aspects of the current social media platforms. With that, it made me really rethink the way that I wanted to use social media and the way that I was already using it. Even though I was conscious about the negative effects of social media, it was still affecting me a lot. That's why I think that we have some real life experience with where we want to take VlogMe and how it can positively affect us if we use it routinely.
So I think there's a difference between the way I want to use social media versus the way I actually use social media. So the way I want to use social media is to keep track of all my friends, because I have friends all over the world. I have friends in Europe, in Asia, in North America, and I want to be able to keep up with them. But the majority of my time on like Instagram and Facebook is just scrolling through memes and through advertisements, and it's so overwhelming, but it's also kind of addicting just seeing all of that, and the majority of my time is just using it in that way.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, action.
Hi, my name is Raphael Thorson. I'm co-founder and VP Design at VlogMe.
What is your least favorite part about social media today?
Probably the pressure, because so many people, and myself included, have just been so ingrained in the whole process of social media, and it really makes you think twice before you post something. Like, I'll take a selfie and then I'll keep it in my photos fully edited for a month before I decide to finally post it. It's just, if something doesn't get enough likes or if something doesn't get as much engagement as I immediately thought I would, then it makes me doubt myself, and I think that that's just a very unhealthy way of going about social media. I think that people shouldn't feel that way. You should post what you want to post without feeling the pressure of everyone judging you, because in reality most of them aren't, and it's really just a personal thing for most people. People aren't always judging you. They're just going through their feed and liking what they want to like, and it's not always about you.
A sheriff in Florida has arrested 2 girls ages 12 and 14 on felony charges of aggravated stalking in a case of cyberbullying.
A new study from the UK, published in the journal eClinical Medicine, found that 14-year-old girls who use social media more than 5 hours a day saw a 50% spike in depression symptoms. Teen boys saw a 35% jump. Researchers found that all teens who spent excessive time on social media got less sleep and exercise, which are directly related to mental health issues. The study's findings that more screen time seemed to spark more depression, particularly in girls. Researchers link that to the use of Snapchat and Instagram for photos related to body image.
When I was in high school, I really started to notice the negative effects of social media and how it was affecting my mental health. And you know, back then I didn't even know the word mental health. It didn't even cross my mind. But looking back at it now, I could just see how negatively it was impacting the way that I was viewing myself and life as a whole. And it got so bad, it got to the point where I ended up dropping out of high school because I was too anxious to show up to class. And it was so bad. And that's really when I began creating VlogMe, and that's where VlogMe started. And so that's why we're so focused on improving our users' digital well-being. Describe VlogMe in one word.
In one word, we use this word all the time in the office, and it is authentic. VlogMe is a new take on social media where the posts that you see on the app are more genuine, are more real life and in the moment. And I think that says a lot about what social media is today and how the majority of what you see on these other platforms are either edited or even just the fact of taking a bunch of photos and then waiting a week or a month or a year before you even post it. It's not as real.
At our core, we focus on authenticity. And with all the new generations of people growing up now, using social media and growing up on social media, I think it's really important that we change the way that we use it and change the landscape of social media for everyone that's going to use it in the future.
You feel me? A one bad party doesn't make a bad night, yeah. And one bad day doesn't make a bad life. Are you gonna sit there and keep on complaining? And life is just changing, waiting for you to do something about it. The Most High makes no mistakes. I know the reason we are here is because something is great about each and every one of us, that including you. What you gonna do? Tap into your truth. Tap into your truth.
Paki-inform nga sa kapatid. So, ang mangyayari, ako na lang magpapag-usap. So, for me, na lang. Go na, huwag tatamad-tamad. Yeah, okay.
Okay, nice.
Okay na.